Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss few questions related to volumetric analysis. As I told you earlier, this chapter is completely calculation based, so we have to focus on calculation. So friends, let's start with the topic, that is the question answer round. My first question, look at how many grams of NaHCO3, what is given here? How many grams of NaHCO3 are required to neutralize 1 ml of 0.0902 normal vinegar. What is the formula of vinegar? That is CH3COOH. Yes sir. So as we know, complete neutralization take place, then what will happen? Number of equivalent of NaH, here is given NaHCO3. Clear to you? Number of equivalent of NaHCO3 is equal to number of equivalent of vinegar. Vinegar. What is vinegar? We people know that is CH3COOH. This is vinegar. Now what will happen? Number of equivalent of NaHCO3 will be equal to number of equivalent of NaHCO3 will be equal to, what do you mean by number of equivalent? That is N into V upon 1000. Clear to you? What is N in this case? That is 0.0902. Yes sir. What is volume here? 1 ml divided by 1000. Why 1000? Changed ml into liter. Clear? This is number of equivalent. This is the reaction, because this is the terms relation, because number of equivalent will be equal to number of equivalent of vinegar. As we people know, that is number of equivalent is equal to given mass upon molar mass. Am I right? Yes sir. Given mass upon molar mass. Sir, you are wrong. It is not given mass upon molar mass. It is given mass upon equivalent mass. Clear to you? Now put here, that is 0.0902 into 1 divided by 1000. Clear? Now moving here. Now given mass, we have to find the given mass. Given mass is equal to equivalent mass multiply 0.0902 multiply by 1 divided by 1000. Is it clear, friend? Now what is equivalent mass in case of NaHCO3? Sir, NaHCO3, the equivalent mass is Na23 plus 1 plus 12 plus 3 into 16, 24 plus 12 plus 48, that is 84. So 84 upon 1 plus 1 charge, that is 84 upon 1. Equivalent mass is equal to m upon n. So put here 84. Now wait for a moment. What will happen? Put the value, and when putting the value, put here 84 multiply 0.0902 upon 1 divided by 1000. Am I right? Yes sir. After solving, what we get? We get the value around 0.758 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram. Clear to you? So in this case, we can easily predict the answer, that is the option number C. This is the complete solution. I'm moving here. This is the complete solution related to the question number 1. When complete neutralization take place, the number of equivalent of A will be equivalent of B. This is the concept, complete neutralization. You can solve each and every question related to the topic. Now friend, I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. Now let's move to the next question. That is 0.7 gram of, this is one of the best question, 0.7 gram of Na2CO3 into XH2O was dissolved in water and the volume made up to 100 ml. Okay, 20 ml of it required 19.8 ml of n by 10 HCl for complete neutralization. Yes, okay, the value of X, that is we have to find this value. Now what to do in this case? First of all, we have to find by using the data, that is what is the overall molecular mass. Here is given mass, I know this, where is given mass, if W is given here 0.7, but if I get the exact molar mass and compare this with that data, then we can easily equate the value of X. That is the things. So how to find the M, that is the molar mass, not molarity. Dissolve in water, and what to do? Wait for a moment. The volume made up to 100 ml. Okay, 20 ml of it required 19.8 ml of n by 10. Okay, now we get the clue what to do. Listen carefully. That is number of, yes sir, number of milli equivalent, number of milli equivalent of what is 20 ml. Okay, number of milli equivalent of 20 ml of Na2CO3 into XH2O, yes, is equal to, what will be the value here? That is, as we know, here made up to n by 10, 19.8 ml of n by 10 here. As we know, number of milli equivalent of Na2CO3 into XH2O will be equal to number of milli equivalent of HCl. So here the data is given. So number of milli equivalent of 20 ml of Na2CO3 into XH2O will be equal to number of milli equivalent, here given data 19.8 into 1 by 10, because we know number of milli equivalent is equal to n by V divided by 1000. Remember this, that is the number of milli equivalent. In this case, n is 1 upon 10, yes, V is 19.8. If I take the value in ml, then put here 19.8 into 1 by 10. No need to divide with 1000. You can also divide, it depends on you. Now 19.8 multiplied by 1 by 10, that is 1.98. That is the number of milli equivalent of 20 ml Na2CO3. Listen the question carefully. 20 ml of Na2CO3, but here the given the question, it is 100 ml of Na2CO3. So the number of milli equivalent of 100 ml of Na2CO3 for 20, 1.98, for 100, 1.98 multiplied by 5. I'm moving here, look at what I'm telling, friend. That is, now we can say number of milli equivalent of 100 ml of Na2CO3 is equal to, that is 1.98 multiplied by 5. Clear to you what I'm telling? 1.98 multiplied by 5. As we know, what do you mean by milli equivalent? Milli equivalent, as I told you, tell me, given mass upon equivalent mass multiplied by 1000 is equal to 1.98 multiplied by 5. Yes sir. Now, as we know, what do you mean by equivalent mass? Do you remember? Yes sir, equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon n. Here Na2CO3, that is n is equal to +2. During my lecture session, I have discussed each and everything, how to find the equivalent mass of acid, how to find the equivalent mass of base, and how to find the equivalent mass of salt, oxidizing and reducing agent. So E is equal to m upon n. Here n is equal to 2. So put here m by 2, because Na 2 Na plus, that is the total positive charge is equal to 2, or CO3 2 minus, total negative charge is also 2. So put here W. What is the value of W? That is 0.7 upon m upon 2 multiply by 1000 equal to 1.98 multiply by 5. Yes sir, you are completely correct. This is the expression here. Yes. Now I'm moving here. Look at what I'm telling, friend. Listen carefully. Now, what will happen? Sir, the value of m is almost equal to, after calculation, that is 141 to 142. The value ranges between around, it will have around 141.4 gram. Clear to you? Now we got the molar mass, molecular mass. Now here the formula is Na2CO3 into XH2O, and the molar mass, what did we get according to the calculation? 141.4, almost around 141.4 gram. Now put the value 2 into 23 plus 12 plus 3 into 16, yes sir, plus x into 18, molecular mass of water is 18, is equal to 141.4 gram. Yes sir, what will happen? That is 46 plus 12 plus 48, it will be around equal to 106. Yes sir, plus x into 18, that is around 141.4. Now that is, it will give you the value is around 106 plus 18x is equal to 141.4, or simply you can write 141. I am taking the value only 141 so that you can easily solve such kind of question. 141, okay, not a issue. Now what will happen? So moving here, look at x is equal to 141 minus 106, 18. X is equal to 141 minus 106 is equal to around 36, almost 36, and x is equal to 36 upon 2, that is 2, that is around the value of x is equal to 2. Clear to you? The value is around 141.4. So don't tell me, sir, 141 minus 106 is equal to 35. I'm just taken the nearest value, that is around 36. So what is x? X is equal to 2. Now find it out. What is the correct option? Sir, it is very simple. C is the correct option. Clear? For this question, C is the correct option. Now friend, I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. Give me few seconds. Now let's move to the question number 3. Look at what is the question. Here is given, calculate the equivalent mass of Na2CO3, yes, when it is titrated against HCl in presence of phenolphthalein as an indicator. That is, not complete neutralization take place, phenolphthalein as an indicator. The value ranges between 8 pH value. So what will be the reaction here? That is Na2CO3. Look at, this is one of the best question during acid base titration. I have also discussed this. Again I am discussing Na2CO3. What will it will give? NaCl. Yes sir, and it gives you NaHCO3. This is the reaction. What I'm telling, this is the reaction, not this reaction 2NaCl. Be careful. In this case, this will not be the reaction. 2NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. What I'm telling, listen to me carefully. This is not the reaction. Here phenolphthalein is an indicator, so this is the reaction. So in this case, what will happen? The equivalent mass given here is equal to the molecular mass. Molecular mass is 106 upon N, and here the value, it forms NaSCO3. Here not NaCl, not H2O or CO2. So value of N is 1. Remember this, 106 upon 1. So be careful. For this, 53 is not a correct option. This is the reaction. This is not. So we people can say for this question, A is the correct option. Clear, friend? For this, A is the correct option. I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment. Now What is the next question? Read the question carefully. How many moles of MnO4 minus ion will react with 1 mole of ferrous oxalate? Okay, in acidic medium is all okay. That is MnO4 minus, clear? That is FeC2O4, ferrous oxalate. It can be written like Fe2 plus C2O4 2 minus. Yes, sir. Then MnO4, that is, this is the reaction, and in presence, that is H plus. What will happen in this case? Wait for a moment. How to balance the reaction? Put here, that is 3, that is 5, 3 Mn, that is 3 Mn2 plus reaction, yes. And in this case, what will happen? That is 10 CO2, yes sir. That is 10 CO2 and here 12 H2O and 5 Fe3 plus, yes. Now check it out. 3 Mn2 plus 10 CO2, put here 24 H plus, and check it out, 3 Mn, okay. Now 5 Fe3 plus, okay. C2 5 to 10, okay. 5 for 20, 20, okay, and 24 H plus 24 and water for and oxygen 40. That is the complete balance reaction. Clear to you? Now read the question carefully. What is given here? That is, how many moles of MnO4 ion will react with 1 mole? Here is 5 mole according to the balance reaction. So 5 mole FeC2O4 requires, what is given here? 3 mole. 3 mole of MnO4 minus. Yes, sir. Then 1 mole required, 1 mole FeC2O4 required. Sir, is very simple. That is 3 by 5 mole of MnO4 minus. That is 0.6 mole of MnO4 minus. Clear to you? So, what is the answer for this question? Sir, is very simple. For this question, C is the correct answer. That is 3 upon 5. Clear? 3 upon 5. Now, check out the solution again. If you have any doubt, you can. This is the complete balance reaction. This is the complete balance reaction. Look at the reaction, you will easily get the question. So friend, let's move to the next section. What I'm telling, wait for a moment. Now, question number 5. The molecular mass of K2Cr2O7 is 294. Definitely, it acts as an oxidizing agent in a redox reaction. Redox titration, its equivalent mass in acidic medium. As we know, if there is a acidic medium, I have discussed lots of time, Cr2O7 converted to Cr3 plus. Clear? Here, chromium balance. Here chromium is in +6 oxidation state and here chromium is +3 oxidation state. 2 Cr, here 2 Cr. So total decrease in oxidation state. What is the total decrement in oxidation state? +6, 6 minus 3 multiply by 2, that is 2 into 3, that is 6. Clear to you? Now, what will be the formula? Equivalent mass is equal to molar mass upon N. What is the molar mass? That is molecular mass is given. So, 294 and N is equal to change in total decrease, change in oxidation state. So, here oxidation state is 6. After dividing, what we get? The value is around 49. So for this question, we can easily assume, we can easily predict that is B is the correct option. Clear? Now friend, I am going to rub this part. Wait for a moment and we'll discuss the next one. Now question number 6, look at, in acidic medium both KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7 act as an oxidizing agent. Which among the following is correct about the oxidizing behavior? That is a comparison. Look at how to compare this thing. This is a good question. It's very simple, not an issue. Look at what I'm telling. MnO4 minus, which comes from KMnO4, in acidic medium, what will happen? It gives you Mn2 plus. Yes, sir. Definitely Mn2 plus. That is the change in oxidation state. Yes, sir. That is it plus 7 and plus 2. Net change 7 minus 2. That is 5. Yes, sir. Wait for a moment. Change in oxidation state, that is 5. 7 minus 2. Now here is given K2Cr2O7. Clear to you? That is, in case of Cr2O7 2 minus, then what will happen? It gives you Cr3 plus 2. Now the change in oxidation state per molecule, that is 3, 6 minus 3, that is the 3. Clear? Total change in oxidation state, what is? That is 2 times 3 into 2 is equal to 6. If I consider one molecule of Mn, here is one molecule of Cr, that is, we find that change in oxidation state in case of KMnO4 is maximum. 5, only 3. If I compare the total, then total will be 5 into 2. If I take 2 molecules, here is 10 and here is only 6. So in which case there is maximum change in oxidation state, that is in case of MnO4 minus. If there is a maximum change in oxidation state, we people say it will have more oxidizing behavior. So what is the correct option? KMnO4 has maximum oxidizing behavior in comparison to K2Cr2O7. So for this question, A is the correct option. Clear, friend? What I'm saying, for this question, A is the correct option. Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment. Now let's move to the next question. KMnO4, this is react with oxalic acid according to the equation 2MnO4 minus 5C2O4 2 minus 16H plus 2Mn2 plus 10 CO2 plus H2O. Here 20 ml of 0.1 molar KMnO4 is equivalent to. Complete neutralization take place. So we know the formula, number of equivalent, that is N1 V1 upon here number of moles difference, so put here N1, that is the normality equation, is equal to N2 V2 upon N2. This equation is for KMnO4. Yes, sir. And this equation is for oxalic acid. What is the formula of oxalic acid? COOH. This is the oxalic acid. Wait for a moment. This is oxalic acid. Now put the value here. What is Mn? That is N1, that is 0.1. What is V1 here, friend? That is 20 ml. Yes, sir. And what is the number of moles according to the question here? 2. Yes, this is the equation. Now what is N2? We have to find N2 into V2 because here is given. And what is N2 here? That is 5. Yes, sir. Clear? Now put the value. Come here 10, this one will cancel this one, and N2V2 is equal to 5. Now in which case, which option satisfy the formula N2V2 is equal to 5? 120, check the first option, 120 into 0.25, that is 100 comes, that is no, this will not give. 150 and 0.1, check out the next option. I am moving here, friend. 150 multiplied by 0.1, it will come 10 here. Then check it out. No, that is gives 15. No, this is not an option. 50 ml, 50 into 0.1, upon 10. That is N1 V1. That is C option. I'm moving here. C option satisfied the answer. Clear to you? This is the normality option. Here N2 V2 comes 5. This is the complete solution related to the question number 7. So friend, this is one of the best question. You have to use this normality equation. I'm giving you few seconds to read the question carefully and note down the solution. I think friend, you have noted it down. As I told you earlier, this is completely calculation based chapter. So you can easily solve the questions if you have command over the concept. Now let's move to the next question. What is the next question? Look at. A solution of H2O2 is titrated against a solution of KMnO4. Okay, the reaction is 2MnO4 minus plus 5H2O2 plus 6H plus, which gives you 2Mn2 plus 5O2 plus 8H2O. Okay, if it requires, what is given? For volume is 46.9 ml. Okay, and molarity is, yes sir, molarity, this is the solution, and the molarity is 0.145. yes, molarity. Okay, to oxidize 20 gram of H2O2. What is the mass percentage? First of all, we have to find the number of moles, then compare with the standard solution. So number of moles of KMnO4. Tell me what will happen in this case. Wait for a moment. Number of moles of KMnO4. As we know, molarity is equal to N by V multiplied by 1000. Yes sir. So N is equal to M into V upon 1000. Is it clear to you? Now put the value, number of moles 0.145, that is multiply by V 14.9 divided by 1000. Yes sir, this is the number of moles of KMnO4. Clear? Now compare with the standard equation. We have to find the number of moles. Look at 2 moles of MnO4 minus combines with 5 moles of H2O2 according to the equation. Yes sir. Then 1 mole of MnO4 minus ion. Yes sir. That is combined with 5 by 2 moles of H2O2. Yes sir. Now according to the question, how many moles are there according to the data? This is the number of moles. Now what will happen? Therefore 0.145 multiply 14.9 divided by 1000 moles of MnO4 minus combined with how many moles? That is 5 by 2 multiply by 0.145 multiply by 14.9. yes sir, divided by 1000. Clear to you? This is the number of moles of H2O2. Now I am moving here, I am writing here, check it out. So we can say number of moles of H2O2 according to the data. I am writing this data here, that is 5 by 2, that is 2.5 multiply by 0.145. Look at the data, 0.145 multiply by 14.9 divided by 1000. This is complete. Is it visible to you? Now I am writing this data here. Here is the data, number of moles of H2O2. Clear to you? I think it is visible to you. So this is the number of moles of H2O2. Now what will happen? Now what is the mass of H2O2? As we know, molecular mass of H2O2 is 34. So mass of 2.5 into 0.145 into 14.9 upon 1000 moles of H2O2 will be equal to 2.5 multiply 0.145 multiply 14.9 divided by 1000 multiply by 34. Visible to you? Is it visible to you? Multiply by 34. Now look at what I am telling. Wait for a moment. I am moving here, friend. we need a space to solve the complete question. So look at what I'm writing here. Mass of H2O2, clear to you? Mass of H2O2 in mole, that is in 2.5, that is 2.5 into 0.145 into 14.9 divided by 1000 multiply by 34. This is the complete mass. After solving, we get a value around 0.5, almost the value 0.5. So what is given? The mass percentage. Now we can easily solve. Mass percentage equal to given mass upon what is that is the calculated mass, and what is the mass given? 20 multiply by 100. Clear to you? That is, it will give you around that is 100 2, that is 5 by 2, around 2.5. So which is close to the value, that is 2.9. So for this question, A is the correct option. Clear, friend? Now moving to the next section, next question. Let's wait for a moment. Now what is the next question? Check it out. The question number 9. Wait for a moment, friend. Now, in an oxidation reduction reaction, MnO4 minus ion is converted to Mn2 plus, okay, is converted to Mn2 plus. What is the number of equivalent of KMnO4 present in 250 ml of 0.0 molar KMnO4? What is here is given? Number of equivalent. As we know, number of equivalent is equal to NV upon 1000. Yes sir, this is the formula, but here normality is not given, here molarity is given. As we know, in acidic medium, MnO4 minus converted to Mn2 plus. Yes sir, that is total change in oxidation state is 5. So what will happen? Normality is equal to 5 multiply molarity, put the value 0.04. We get the normality here. Now put this value, number of equivalent is equal to 5 into 0.04 into V. What is volume here? Yes sir, 250 divided by 1000. Yes sir. Now what will happen? It will give you 4. Now put here 100 and this will cancel. 5 upon 100, that is 0.05. Yes sir, for this question, number of equivalent equal to 0.05. So for question number 9, we can easily predict that is B is the correct option. That is, this is the formula. Check it out. Number of equivalent equal to N into V upon 1000. Clear? I am going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. The next question, that is the last question of this segment. That is what will happen. Check it out. The last question. The strength of 10 volume of H2. This is a simple question, completely theory based. For this, the D is the correct option. But if you do not know, write down. As we know, H2, the strength of the volume, H2O2, which gives you H2O plus O2. Balance this, 2H2O, that is 2O2. Clear? That is 2 into 34, that is 68 gram H2O2 gives you 22400 ml O2 at STP. Clear? Now, at 10 volume, that is 22400 ml of O2 is found from 68 gram of H2O2. Clear to you? Now 10 ml of O2 is found from 68 into 10 divided by 22400 gram H2O2. Now after solving, what we get? We get this is the complete strength. So for this question, this is a theory based question. You do not need to calculate, you do not need to waste time. That is the option. This is the standard one, that is 30.36. So strength of 10 volume of H2O2 is 30 points. If you do not know, then check out this calculation. It's so easy. Clear friend? I think now you can easily solve such kind of questions, and this, as I told you, this is a completely calculation based chapter. If you have any doubt, I am always here to serve you. Clear friend? So time is calling, time to say bye bye. Thank you so much.